An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Macam tak bagi aku jalan ke situ ke apa? Which looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Yep. This operated viewer has been banged up inoperable. To roundabout north and what is this? The campsite apps Martinez Pier. Yeah, reads broken window. Tips has windows. Boleh. If you had a bag in your hand, as you could collect these bottles and sell them. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Things I've seen, hick and said. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Just style dua baju dia ni. Nasi aku boleh dapat kot baju dia tu. Oh, hello. So, right now, kita dah ada plastic bag. If we held it, rasa kita boleh bubur something. Yeah, kita boleh take all, please. Yeah, let's go. Oh, tak boleh eh? Oh, boleh. Kita bukan mengutip sampah, guys. Kita mengutip sampah, tapi kita untuk environment. Yeah, environment, guys. This is for environment. Kita bergotong royong lah sambil kita menjadi polis yang beramanah. Okay. Lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Ni budak tadi duduk ni kan.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
Pig's come to take me out, trying to snuff me out.
No, why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
At all. What is this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
3%. Okay. Some money. There's a garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. Oh, okay. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Another splatter of bullet holes on this wall. That's a fed. Orange rum hat. Okay, just a closed door. But you look at it suspiciously. Rasa kau boleh masuk ke dalam ni. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Well, tak ada masuk. Atas ni nanti kot. Ya, ada jaket lagi, ada ni. So, yang tu bahagian atas. How about this door?
There must be another way into the building.
Balcony with a view of the yard and the hanging. Oh, ada smoke up there. Could be a witness. Talk to him. Yep.
Can't get involved in this.
Game cakap apa ni? Can I get involved with this? What do you mean? Belly of the boat shines like it was recently painted. Side apartments and Rue de Saint Vilain, roundabout north. Set the frame of the motorcycles in repair and the tools used to disassemble it. Eh? What that though? Guess up there they should spill the paint. Okay.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
I'm working for the city. I'm collecting all the trash. Because I like the environment. Looks like there was more construction here once decades ago. I thought something so. Ooh, banyak lagi botol.
Yes.
Oh no. Sorry. Kim, can you go away? Yeah, thank you. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Guilain, 33A. The room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. This is worth more than you will ever earn in all your life. Really kidding me? Hello?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Grip is tight and
Like
cold.
steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Handle a strike. Oh.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You are on the boat. Tell me about the White Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo tribes. Companies
Indo
awarded
tribes.
royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo tribes remain.
What? Who are the other Indo tribes? Yep, you're in a good company, it seems. How much money does Swatpan have? Got it. Tell me something else. What are the other Indo
Son
tribes?
Baptiste, L-U-N, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You are in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. Got it. Tell me something
She
else.
nods.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
So the strike is connected to the lynching?
Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
Oh. So na siya mga kusyon ko. How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
The worker, a member of the board. I don't know what to think about that. Over aggressive commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Seems like they have, yeah.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Most of them probably don't know what that means.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The workers can be kings. The king is king. King is that. Long live the workers. What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was call me mañana.
Yeah.
This checks out.
The scabs at the gate. Do you put them there? Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clay. Scabs at the gate.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Don't let her answer it herself. Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right?
If these strike breakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Okay. Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
You sound like you are about to take a rapier to him.
Oh, heavens no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
She stops and smiles. You see that, Bat?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Continue.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside the Brothers Clare? Let's take this back to the okay.
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right
A
expression.
mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for the rights of local workingmen. A giant leech sucking the life out of Rivershaw. Prefer not to have an opinion on this thing. Basically a socialist mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
One more thing, you said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
Is foreman her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the union's files.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need. Let's change the
Of
topic.
course. How else can I help?
You are on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Green and white nails sails flutter overhead. Does she have a name?
Boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
But what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like
My
it?
sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this
Baby.
part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Can I see your
I
license?
just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
Still need to see a license, man.
Actually, you don't.
I'm pretty sure I do. I
It is a
police.
little known fact among the police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
Yeah. So we cannot pull over random civilians and demand their papers. That's weak.
Unless it's their passport. No. Do you want to ask for the lady's passport?
Yes, I'm going to need you to see your
Of
passport.
course.
She researches the pockets of her raincoat, producing a bundle of documents in a sealed plastic bag. Look at her
The
passport.
woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent. The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced two constitutional monarchies. Vespa, the richer of the two, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pale and its exotic financial derivatives.
Look at the photo picture.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Your name is Rejoice?
Yes. But please don't call me that. Joyce
Why?
is much more efficient.
You are from the Republic of
My
Vespa?
husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
Everything is appear to be in order.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
What do you mean, archipelago?
I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not?
Caillou, I thought we were in Revachol. Still, I haven't seen... Understood. About this boat of yours.
She nods attentively.
Think I have a handle on the boat
Good.
thing. What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating
The
something.
information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. we should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
Wish for you to show your badge. My badge, yes, of course. My badge that I have on
He
me.
looks at you expectantly. Then it dawns on him.
I don't seem to have my badge actually.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episodes? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible after a night of heavy drinking I lost all memories of my life and the world. I could have eaten it for all I know. Remember anything? This world, this city, nothing. Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
Damn, kau hajak mesti nak harum. It's possible after a night of heavy drinking I lost all memory of my life and the world.
Dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Suggestion aku satu je. Then I'll find it somehow. Let's talk about something else until I do.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Yeah, damn. Aku nak increase level aku for some. What is this? Apa lagi? So go atas sini maybe. Boleh naik atas aku ni.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallways echoes with her cackle. But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we are real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
Lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply.
Oh. Sini ada something kita boleh ambil. Kat mana? Sini. Itu ni
There must be another way into the building.
How about this one? Tak boleh. Macam buka tak boleh. So yeah, for now kita balik ke crime scene at least. Dah pukul 1 lah. Kita kena ni buat orang lain maybe. Mabuk mamat tu, so tak boleh kacau dia. Tanya perempuan ni kah?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I'm the
I
law.
know, sir.
She stamps her feet to feel
Are
warmer.
you interested in a new and exciting book?
Uh, is it okay if I ask you some
Okay,
questions?
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're standing out here in the cold
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
She smiles and stands upright like a little soldier. Uh, okay, kita tanya dulu. Shouldn't you be at school or
I do
something?
my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's this business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go,
Say nothing?
well, they run out of money and have to stop doing business.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into
We
this.
can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Then makes a note in his notebook.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself? Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this crime
Crime
business?
fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, I get it. Crime, murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm the policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Oh, Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like the Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little. Nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that is important in the police work anyway. It's your point to your head. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, your mind. Not head, child. Heads.
Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there, and you have to get into their heads. Sometimes you got to be the killer to catch the killer. Silver Mine. The Mullen guy looks like he needs 4 hours just to come up with a single idea.
No, he's wicked smart in the stories.
Sure, when the author does all the thinking for him, real policemen have to think and act on their own.
Like you, sir. Of course. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
Okay.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Composure, challenging. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks weary. Um, you don't need to be worried. I am here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your
And
nails?
you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
He shoots you a suspicious glance. It's super simple for a detective such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. One more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Shoot on nails means you are recycling of the material. It's an intense indication of the way of business. Annie, you are uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Mm, I hope this entertain you.
It was okay, sir.
You still look got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Mm. You think so? Fine. Do better. Deduce something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back
The
quickly.
lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
um, wait. How do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm also. I am also sad and my head
I'm
hurts.
sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye and a gleam of sympathy on her
There
face.
she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
What is
It's the
romance?
type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that
Or there can be
situation.
a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Uh, what about when everyone is poor? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out. Anything else you're curious about?
There's enough romance for
Maybe
me.
some about other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then
I think
continues.
that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? Right, I had a different question. Okay.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
She smiles gleefully. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sounds like a bunch of dorks. Okay,
Okay,
number one.
sir.
Uh, What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Goodbye, see you around, Annette. Okay, what is this?
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
What hard work do I do
Look at
exactly?
yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, right, a
A
little.
little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
Guess I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
The system is broken. The market's for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Fucking taxes, man. I don't know why am I so poor.
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Really? Every time I sneeze?
Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentals now. Opt out.
What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street.
Go away. Aku tak nak yang tu actually. So let's go elsewhere lah. Ui, mak dia besar ya. Gift books and molten candy. Tucked away in the dark corner. Old sports magazines. Books collect the national recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Storekeep was all this crime fiction. I have to leave Lou. Quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic, rather candid. Oh, is this a map?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Shopkeep, can I buy these
I'm
maps?
sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Mm-hmm. Why's the one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What
They
happened
didn't
there?
get that far, for some reason. A shame, the project never got going.
Damn, steal it instead.
It'd be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48.
Damn.
Still, it's detailed.
It's like
Could be
3.
pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Why not for now?
Always good
Just
to be
90.
informed of your surroundings.
Okay, apa ni? Another boring book just discarded here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and
Paranormal.
biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Nanti kita cari. This
The
is
plaque on the shelf reads,
biographies.
of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Okay, let's go down here. What's this?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the
Nothing.
curtains?
Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
No ring. Apa ni?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Ini postcard.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai. Some
Macam apa ni?
Welcome to Crime,
Thor
Romance,
mythology,
and Biographies
something.
of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Clark extends a greeting.
Welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So are you the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Then she's certainly very polite and
My
helpful.
precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
But your handling her strikes me as wrong. Annette is quite the trooper. She's great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. I get she's a trooper, alright. She looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down. You know she's been biting her nails?
God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about
She
it.
can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Damn.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong, even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. It is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe you make an assumption for your daughter. Yeah, actually, it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. What you're doing is wrong. Okay. It's true, and obviously, ya ni aku ambil ni. Maybe. Sekejap. Apa ni? Ayat dia macam apa ni? That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. Now what you're doing is wrong.
She
Then.
stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving. Is this husband and its father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
She an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why
We're
not?
quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Alright, I have something else in mind.
Looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
What if I want to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you.
So what type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Alright, I'll take a look
She
then.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Out of the rain to the gutter.
You have absolutely
Ah.
no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard.
What do you do
Math.
now?
It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not
Dick
me.
Mullins'
The
hat.
city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Wait, where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
Detective
Yes,
hat.
just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Okay, how about those
Hello again, esteemed
curtains?
officer.
Oh. Aku tak ada masa nak beli buku, so